Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Today is Monday, July 5th, the day after the holiday. And I hope you all had a good holiday with your family and friends, going out and having some barbecues and swimming in the pool or golfing or doing whatever you do to celebrate the holiday of America, the greatest country in the world. I'd like to relax the last 2 days. I was in the pool all day Sunday, and then yesterday I spent out the 4th of July with my good friend Dave and April and Mr. A. Thank you guys for the invite at the house. So kind of laid low on that. Welcome to Ocean's Pit. It's Monday, July 5th. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609. With happy 4th of July being everywhere, folks, and just a tragic day here in Illinois, in the town of Highland Park. But before we get into that, let's take care of some business first. Let's thank our sponsors for us, Roy McCampbell, attorney, McCampbell Law Group. Roy McCampbell, attorney at law, statewide law practice that's client-focused and results-driven. And ladies and gentlemen, if you need a good guy, who's an honest guy and gets the job done, give my buddy Roy a call at 708-275-4264. Also, folks, let's not forget our good buddies from Deutz Power Center. Great servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicagoland for the last 100 years. Call Sal at 224-276-6550. That's Deutz Power Center out of Elgin, Illinois. You also want to thank Lou from Airtight Windows. Ladies and gentlemen, looking for windows, siding specialist, family owned for 30 years for honesty and quality. Do it right with Airtight. Give my buddy Lou a call at 708-788-5000. I want to get these commercials out of the way. They're very important, but I like to get them out in the beginning of the show so we don't have to interrupt the rest of the show. Don Esteban Cigars out of Tarpon Spring, Florida. You guys have probably ordered them before, but they're hand-rolled, delivers them right to your house, which begins my order, at least today or tomorrow, I'm hoping. 727-366-7536. And don't forget, folks, you can check the show on Twitter as well as checking the show on YouTube. And then let's not forget, folks, Trico Hair Experts out of Rosemont, Illinois. Anthony and Carmela do an incredible job of recreating good hair days for men, kids, women, children. Call them, 773-999-7888. You won't go in, see what he's got to do, what he can change. They do a good job. Trico Hair Experts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right to some stuff, if we may. Happy Tuesday, Danny, Albert. Hello, Ellie, a good friend. Glad that you are well. But let's just talk first, ladies and gentlemen, about 4th of July and the tragic, unnecessary craziness of a young man at the age of 22 years old. Took it upon himself to go into, parades are supposed to be fun, celebration. Families get together, friends. It supports the towns. It supports people come out. They buy stuff. They buy stuff in the area. They come out. They shop. They together. They support the town. Besides being the holiday, Highland Park. When you think of Highland Park, what do you think of? I think of a lot of good things. A town that Michael Jordan used to live in. Great movies were filmed there. 16 Candles. Ferris Bueller's Days Off was filmed there. Risky Business was filmed there. So many other great movies were filmed there. It's probably one of the wealthiest towns in America. That just goes to show you, folks, that they don't care anymore what town you're from. They just don't care, these people that are out there. This boy, a local guy from the neighborhood, 22 years old. Finally, he was caught. 6 killed, 32 hurt in a parade in Highland Park for the 4th of July. It's just I still can't put my arm, I can't put anything around this. A troubled youth, obviously. But the man, it was horrible. It's just crazy, everybody. And I know people out there, and I reached out to my good friends Richie and Blanche from Norton's, and I reached out to my good friend Ellie and Laurie and Joey and guys I know who live in that area. Thank God they're all okay. But it's tragic. Bobby Cremo III, if I'm pronouncing it right. I don't care if I'm not. Local boy. His grandpa ran a white hen in the town. His grandpa ran for mayor of Highland Park and lost. So my prayers go out to everybody in Highland Park in that area, and tragic. And after that happened, of course, all the other towns, most of them shut down some of their parades. Oh, his father, thank you, Ellie. But they shut down some of the parades, and they shut down some of the fireworks in town. So, I mean, if it can happen there, if it can happen in a great town like Highland Park, like I said, it's one of the most wealthiest towns in America. It can happen anywhere. And it's just to the point now, Deborah, it is horrible. Thank you, Elliot. Let me rephrase that. His father used to run a white hen in Highland Park. His father ran for mayor and lost, not his grandfather. Thank you, Ellie, for that. What is there to say about our towns that we live in? How do we know that our towns are next? Is it going to stop parades from happening anymore? 4th of July parades, celebrations? Is it all going to stop? Are the towns going to say, hey, we can't do this because of safety? Oh, there you go. Billy Corgan has his tea room there. Thank you, Robert. Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins. So it's a great town, great cigar shop. It's a great town, great people. And when you hear this stuff, it just scares the shit out of you. But what I'm going to say also, ladies and gentlemen, that, he was on the loose. They couldn't find him. They found whatever they could. And the cops came and got him. The police got him. There you go, Ellie. So sad. Our fireworks in St. Charles was also canceled yesterday. Prayers go out. Yes. Diana, you're absolutely right. And unfortunately, the sad loss of these 6 people killed. One of them, I don't even know if I pronounced the guy's name right, but it was a grandfather that was visiting somebody in someone from Highland Park. His family was visiting. Ochili Toledo was the first victim. Some people say it was a hate crime, anti-Semitic. It's just something that, ladies and gentlemen, just goes to show that we can't be safe anywhere we're at. And I just hope this guy gets what he deserves. Unfortunately, it seems like when these people get arrested in the state of Illinois, they get let go. They're out. He's a senile. They'll put him in. There's something wrong with him. They'll put him in jail, and they'll give him treatment, and we'll pay for him, and he'll just, no. This man needs to go. This man needs to go. No, we just got to stand up as patriots like we do in trying to get to the statues in Columbus Day. There you go, Albert. Same thing. A good point. Yvette, yes. Buddy, I agree with you. Capital punishment should be back. But unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to ever happen in the state of Illinois. Look what happened with the riots. They arrested them all, and they let them right back out the door. Karen, you're absolutely right. It's our tax dollars hard at work. And you know what, Kathy? That's the sad part. He's not really a man. He's 22 years old to have those weapons. He is a coward. It's just so sad. This is why we should have voted in David Wistens for Attorney General. He would have made sure prosecutors valid. Well, and he's staying involved. Please support him. There you go. Now, people try to blame it now on a political move. I don't think the political move's got anything to do with it. I think this guy's just a whack job, too. And unfortunately, in this crazy world that we live in now, we don't know who's thinking, what's going on. I'm just, again, my prayers go out to everybody in Island Park and the horrible event that happened. And they're never going to be able to, 4th of July is never going to be the same in that town again. Never again. At least not to those people that were hurt and the whole town. All right, Albert, I didn't know he was a cross-dresser. I don't know that stuff, but Jason, I hope you're doing well, buddy. A total whack job is right. He has lunatic on those videos. All right, so there you go. No, thank you, Ellie. Thank you for being strong, and thank you for Highland Park for being a great town. It's always been good to me. I did a lot of work there and still do. I got a show coming up in Highland Park, Norton's in September. So I love the town. It's been good to me. I have great friends there. So my prayers go out to them, and we all should. He will probably plead insanity out in 5 years. See, that's what I'm trying to say, to plead insanity in 5 years. Yeah. I don't know. It's just crazy. And what else can you say? Really isn't much more to say. Something should be done with this kid of 22 years old, not even a man. How the hell get those rifles and whatever it is? And again, people are going to start blaming it on the rifle again. It's got nothing to do with the rifle, ladies and gentlemen. It's got to do with the kid who bought the rifle. But I'm not even going to get into that right now. Let's just try to get on some other stuff as we may. You're watching Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things, Monday through Friday here at noon. Another beautiful day this week, folks. Looks like tomorrow's supposed to be a little shitty. Cash, Karen, yeah. How can you get 5 years? How can you get out in 5 years and killed 6 human beings? Well, you know what, Kathy? I don't know how it works, but I see some guys are out on parole, and I've seen people get out. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen in this case. But what I'm trying to say is, in Illinois, it worries me. I don't know about any other state, but Illinois, it worries me, the way things are going in this state right now. Let's talk about some other stuff if we can. Ocean's Pit, folks. How about this guy? There's a gentleman, ladies and gentlemen, who's handling a lot of important documents on the USB, the things you put in your computer there, folks. This guy's got personal data and everybody in China. It's about all their financing, their health and everything. He's got this. He's supposed to bring it. I mean, I'm telling you, this guy was drunk one day and then lost it overnight. Passed out drunk and lost that file of all the personal information of this. I mean, what the hell is wrong with this, guys? What's wrong with everybody? You should have you had to hand it to the North Shore Police Department, their efforts yesterday. Bernie DeMayo, great gentleman, by one of my publicists and a great publicist in the Chicagoland area. Yes, I agree. Hands to the police. We do need the police, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. They did an incredible job. They caught them. So kudos to the police department. Absolutely. Jerry Jams, hope you're doing well. Yes, I hope you're doing. Josephine Bonanno, hope you're doing well. Hey, happy birthday. Let's get some birthdays. Let's try to get in a little positive conversations if we can. Happy birthday to Riverview. Remember Riverview? We started in 1904. I never got to go to Riverview. I don't know if you guys did because it was closed by the time I got there. Also, sad prayers to Bill Demis. He was an entertainer and musician in the Chicagoland area. Passed away the last couple of days. Also, Bob Keeshan. If you remember Bob Keeshan, He was played when we were kids growing up. You might remember him as Captain Kangaroo. Celebrated a birthday, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get down to some other stuff here tonight, folks, as the day gets going. And I hope you guys are enjoying doing what you're doing. There's certain airlines, ladies and gentlemen, are installing bunk beds and couches in the economy seats, in economy class, because they're trying to help more comfort in long flights. Now, I'll hear about this. I think it's kind of cool, actually, if they put these bunk beds for the kids, obviously, and couches in the economy instead of, back in the first class, going to try to do it in the economy. I think it's pretty good. You've been there a few times. My wife, Morocco, was born on the 4th of July. Well, happy birthday to your wife, He and his father were big Republican supporters. Let's see. He had stuff on his computer about Democrats being sinners and abortion. The Dems in D.C. are blaming Trump's mega movement. They are none than the shooter. Yeah, there you go. Blaming it on political things, of course. Always. I'm not going to go there because it's just pathetic. No matter what anybody does in the world right now, it gets blamed on the former president of the United States. It's pretty sick. But anyway, let's not go there. Anyway, it would be interesting, ladies and gentlemen, if these flights, a bit more room on the end of flights. I like some of these stories that people have been sending me about Disney, folks. On this Disney cruise ship, they're selling a drink for $5,000. It's called a K-Burn Crystal Drink. What drink can be worth $5,000 on a Disney cruise? And who would be stupid enough to pay $5,000 for a drink? Are they crazy? What could be possibly in this drink to cost $5,000? Horrible thing. They say the gunman's father ran for mayor election. Yes, we did find that out, Jerry. Angelo, how you doing, my good friend? Angelo and Karen, hope you're doing well. Yeah, his father did run for mayor, and he also did run a white hen in the town, too. So, who knows? Let's get rid of that. Let's go to something else, folks. Now, people, Uber drivers. I know a couple guys out there that Uber drive, and I've been taking Uber a lot lately. It seems like it's a great thing to do, so you're going out and having a little fun. But it's kind of interesting. This gentleman was a suburban driver, and he had a Toyota Camry, and he swapped it out, and he bought a new car. And his pay went up. As an Uber driver, it went up to like $2,600. So he made more money when he bought a Tesla for the electric car. Now he makes more money with the Uber. So people are saying that, I guess they're charging more if it's an electric car. I didn't know that or not. That I don't know, but that's what they're saying. It's just stuff that you guys keep sending me in here. Here you go, folks. Are you ready for this? Just when you think more stupid stuff can't get any fucking worse. Beer made out of recycled toilet water wins approval in Singapore. Folks, this is not a joke, and you can't make this stuff up. This is beer that's recycled with toilet water, and it's a big hit in Singapore. Wow. Who's going to have that? Who's going to take a sip of that? I don't know. I won't. Carol, how you doing? Who's going to take a sip of that recycled toilet water beer? Somebody will. Is that gross, Kathy? That's completely gross. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing I was going to say that's kind of crazy. Oh, my God, I'm dead right now. Are you kidding me? No, Josephine, I'm not. Google it. Can you believe even at the hot dog eating contest, animal rights protester jumped on the stage? Yes, emo. Joey Cheesecake, whatever the hell his name was, and that was going to be in tomorrow's story because I had too much to talk about today. But arguing because he was eating, hot dog contest. I mean, the world is coming. It's crazy. But just like my Mama D says, it's not the world, folks. It's some crackpots in this world that's making things happen as they are. Sounds like shitty beer right there, buddy. That's funny. I like that. It's good. Remember the feeling. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to understand this from everything that's happening in this world right now. Remember the feeling that you got when the second plane hit those towers. And then you finally realize what was going on. You should be feeling the exact same way now. Right now. You should be feeling the exact same way. Things are happening in all these towns. Not just the bad neighborhoods anymore. Coming out anywhere. There's no care. No one gives a shit. Horrible. That's exactly when I heard about this stuff in Highland Park. It was like, oh my God. It's just let's go some belated birthdays, folks. Susan Hayward, the great movie actress, birthday. Cody Rhodes, I'm sorry, from the WWF, turns 37 years old today. Let me give you some details of what's going on this week, folks. This Thursday, if you're in the Lake Geneva area or if you're not, come on down. We're going to be at the concert in the park, downtown Lake Geneva, Gazebo Summer Concerts. That's going to be from 6 to 8 this Thursday, July 7th. Me and Rhino. It's going to be a great job, great time, and I hope you guys all come out because it's beautiful, man. It's right on the water. That's this Thursday. This Friday, on the 8th of July, I'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse with my pal Jerry Jams Renda. And then Saturday, July 9th, we'll be at Pier 290 in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, outside. Beautiful place, Pier 290. That's going to be from 7 to 11 with Rhino, Ryan, and Tony Toto. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Then Sunday from the LaGrange area, July 10th, will be at Antonio's outside patio. Me, Jerry Jams, at Antonio's in LaGrange, Sunday, July 10th. I think that's a 4 o'clock hit. Let's get some more information and more stuff going on. Don't forget, folks, Italian Unity Day. Italia Unity Day is going to happen on July 25th at 3 o'clock, Arrigo Park. Everybody comes if you're available to come and show unity with the Italian community. So it's going to be cool, July 25th. If you got no plans, make sure you get out there, folks. Now, you get some crazy stuff going on in Hollywood, as they would say. Michael Jackson, of course, the great musician who passed away, the great Michael Jackson, folks. Filmmaker Jeffrey Phillip is getting sued from the Michael Jackson estate for stealing the pajamas that Michael Jackson wore the night of his death. Now, this Jeff Philippe was a film producer that was doing stuff with Michael before he passed away. 4 to 7. Thank you, my buddy Jerry Jams. Sadly, this is the new way of living, and it's going the wrong direction. Jerry, it is. I agree. So now the Michael Jackson estate is suing him for stealing. You imagine? I mean, what is he going to do with this? This guy going to sell this online, knowing that he worked with Michael Jackson, and he's going to sell it online, knowing you're stealing stuff from the guy's house. I've heard this happen to other celebrities too, when people just before they grab something. I mean, what's the point? Why would you do that? I mean, it's just unheard of to me that someone would do something stupid like that, and it just. Craziness, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Canada Day for everybody up in Canada. Love Canada. It's beautiful out there. So happy Canada Day. Let's go right this. Fred Goldman, ladies and gentlemen, of course, the father of Nicole, who was supposedly murdered by O.J. Simpson, now just threw another $100 million lawsuit against O.J. Simpson. Peggy, there's a restaurant in Kenosha that took all their food and closed their restaurant for the first responders in Highland Park yesterday. So cool. That is cool. Kudos to that restaurant in Kenosha. That's fantastic. Also, that's right. Wednesday we'll be in Schiller Park on the 20th. That's right, Schiller Park. Also going to be Berkeley. We'll be at Berkeley Fest on July 13th. July 13th, Wednesday, 13th will be at Berkeley Fest with the band. I think that's Jerry Jams and Tony Toto. That's going to be the 13th of July, Berkeley Fest. So we're excited about that, folks. All right. Yeah, we got the Gulo party. Then we'll be back at the Speakeasy on July 17th. And then we'll also be at the Speakeasy with the Main Event Band. That's going to be July 23rd. Also, special guest Mike Restivo. So good stuff there. I'm looking forward to that stuff here. Tony, when a person buys a weapon in the store that he bought, it should immediately inform the local police to investigate the reason why that person purchased the weapon in every community in the country. Then these individuals can carry out their goals. Michael Jackson would haunt in his dreams. He's going to want his pajamas back. Yeah, Jack Hale, I agree. I'm not saying, I know what you're saying with that. I think they should probably do that. But I think most people don't have a problem with regular guns, like a pistol or a rifle, something like that, because a lot of people use them for to go hunting and stuff like that and all that, guys. Some people just keep them in their home for protection. But I do agree there should be a red flag when someone buys an assault rifle. There's no reason for it. I agree with you, Jack. It's definitely something. Well, Jerry, it is on your schedule now, buddy, because it's a Wednesday. So you know what that means. And we're also on the 12th, we're going to be at the Butterfield Country Club. Tuesday, July 12th, Italian night at the Butterfield Country Club. So there you go, Jerry. We got Tuesday, we got third, and we got that Wednesday. It's I think it's the Wednesday, Berkeley in the park, the 13th. 13th, I think, is a Wednesday. Unless it's a Thursday, then it's Rhinos. But I thought it was a Wednesday. Anyway, yeah, I agree with you, Jack Gale. I really do. That if it's some sort of rifle like that, assault rifle, there should be no reason why someone should be allowed to have that. If you're planning to fly to Europe in the near future, ladies and gentlemen, now there's going to be a fee of $7.42 for a special fee now between the ages of people that are 18 to 70. They're going to charge another $8 to fly to Europe. Anything more to make money and screw the American people in any way they could. I don't know. You heard about Danny Bonaducci, of course. Of course, we remember him from Danny Partridge, from the Partridge Family. But I guess he's got some rare disease, ladies and gentlemen, that his wife noticed that his speech was off. And for a while, he couldn't walk and couldn't talk. And a lot of things going. It still hasn't come out yet what was actually wrong with Danny Bonaducci. I guess he did something that, replying to Jerry Jam, said, and why were the parents not aware of these issues? Barbara, I agree with you. And I know they interviewed the mom, or they went to the mom's house to find out what was that. Yeah, does the parents know? I mean, sometimes it makes you wonder, like, sometimes that there's like, back in the day, you didn't know, a lot of parents didn't know if the kids were maybe a little different or didn't want to admit that they might be a little different. So tell me this, guns can be sold to an 18-year-old, but can't sell cigarettes to an 18-year-old. Remember, you can vote at 18. You can go to the Army at 18 there, Tony Toto, double T. See you this Saturday at Pier 29. You can, yeah, that's it. You can get a gun, you can vote, you can go to the Army, but you can't buy a pack of cigarettes and you can't buy alcohol. How screwed up. Sometimes the parents are in denial. And I think they're in denial sometimes, Josephine, because maybe they're embarrassed. They don't want the town to know that their kid's a whack job. We don't know. And like I said, we don't know exactly what's going on with everybody. It takes, there's people with these mental illnesses and stuff that they're going through, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know. Sometimes it takes people a lot of work just to be okay. So we don't know what was wrong with this guy. I'm sure we're going to find out. A guy definitely had some problems. What the parents knew about it, we don't know. But it's just a sad thing. And I'm sure we're going to find out more and more as now that they've caught him and find out more investigating. And the parents could be whack jobs as well, too, Albert. Yes. You've heard stories from a lot of people that, being beat up by their parents or sexually abused by their parents, or sometimes there's parents there that became alcoholics or drug addicts, and it just seems to roll down. I'm not saying this is an excuse, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of stuff out there when you see normal people that you think they have the world by the balls, and they really don't, because they're all going through something. If they do have mental health issues, there is no help or service front of even when parents know. Well, it's a touchy matter there, and there's a lot of people that are going through things right now that we don't know of. They don't, like I said, you can see a guy or a girl out there saying, boy, this girl looks like they got everything under, they have the world by the balls, they got a great car, they got a great job, they got a great family. But inside, there's something wrong there. And Carol, thank you so much. It's just a scary thing right now. And if you know of something like that, there is help. There is some sort of help out there, folks. But I want to wish happy anniversary to Tootsie and Vito Zotto. I think 26 years or 22 years. Happy birthday to my good friend Vito and Tootsie. These are some stuff that we're just pulling in from the last couple days. And now here's a great quote from Mickie James, who is a wrestler that we love wrestling, WWF and AEW and all that. She quoted something, now that they're banning abortions, will they now try to implement getting rid of the excuse me. Well, some of the stuff that people are saying, I just don't understand the whole thing. But now here, if they're banning abortions, ladies and gentlemen, what's next? Vasectomies are going to be mandatory. It's another topic that we're going to talk a little bit more with my wife on Thursday about certain things and see what her point is. I like to bounce this stuff off her and see what she thinks. No balance. Our generation we grew up is balance and respect. The old generation, unfortunately, Josephine, is gone. They're gone. The respect is gone. And I don't think it's ever coming back. I'm not a supporter of the president we have now, but just because another president takes over doesn't mean everything's going to change real fast. There's a lot of work that needs to be done to get this country back to where it was. If we'll ever go back to where it was. The founding fathers on 4th of July are going, what the fuck happened to this country? Very crazy. Then you hear stories like here's a perfect, here we're talking about parents. Look at this parent, folks. According to People magazine, we're hearing these stories all the time. This is a Texas mom that was texting in her car, fell asleep in her car, while a 1-year-old was sitting in the car with her and just leaving them abandoned. See, sometimes the kids that are born, they don't have a shot. They don't have a shot if the parents aren't grounded. If there's something there, you got to either have the parents together, or a good mom or a good dad or whatever it is. Sometimes if you don't have that support, it's not the poor kid's fault. Sometimes kids go on their own way. It's just hard. It's a hard life that you're living right now. And when everybody's going through things, just like I said, you can see somebody going, boy, this guy or this woman looks fantastic. Oh, they got that car. Look at that broad. Look how great they look. But inside, you have no clue what they're going through. It takes a lot of work sometimes just to be okay. So please, just because you meet somebody, always there's somebody going through something just because we have a smile on our face. Just look at the guy's picture. It's not right. Parents are to blame. This discipline is a thing of the past and needs to come back. Johnny Vegas III, discipline should be there. There is no discipline at some point. I know my parents were not much with disciplining, but I think when my dad got home and I knew I screwed up, boy, was I in trouble. It's a lot different now. Cops can't do it. Teachers can't do it. It's a lot of things have changed. Roseanne, I hope you do. First day, the next president can change everything back like the way Biden did. Okay. Yeah, he could change a lot of things. You're absolutely right. He'll open the pipeline. I got all that. But, sometimes it's going to be crazy. I'm really interested to see what's going to happen in November of this year, folks. My prayers go out to my buddy Donnie Morrison, who had a hip surgery this morning. And I heard now that hip surgeries are very easy now going. I mean, the recovery is very good. So anyway, my Donnie finally got the time to do it. He's been looking to do this hip surgery for a long time. All right, let's get down to some birthdays that we missed. My good friend Claudia Scalzetti, happy birthday, Claudia, out there. Jim Irwin, one of my first guitar players when I was 16 years old in the band Tyranny. And of course, he's in TNT, number one AC/DC tribute band. You got that right, my friend. Can't touch these kids or else they'll sue you. Well, Catholic Karen, yes, I heard it does happen, but I've not seen that myself. But there is kids who do sue their parents if they lay a hand on them or whatever they do. So I don't know. It's just a little craziness right now. Ray Harryhausen, one of my favorite movie guys, of course, 102 years old. He was alive today. Andy Scott of the band Sweet turned 73 years old. Matza Hodges, the son of Nick and Phyllis, celebrated her birthday a week ago, and I forgot to say happy birthday, Matt. So happy birthday, Matt. My good friend Alan and his lovely wife, Lena, celebrated her birthday. Lena, happy birthday. Dan Aykroyd turned 70 years old today. Vito Bratta, original guitar player for the band Cinderella, celebrates a birthday today. Fred Schneider from the band The B-52s, Rock Lobster, celebrates a birthday today. Deborah Harry, better known as Blondie, turned 77 years old. My good friend Greg from Taverna, his son Dominic celebrated a birthday. So I hope Dominic and his wife Jennifer celebrated a birthday on the 4th of July. So Greg, happy birthday to Dominic and Jennifer. Very cool. Slim Pickens' birthday, great Western star. Used to love his stuff. How about the great Charles Lawton? Oh, yes, Charles Lawton, the man of 1,000 faces. Very cool. Love him as an actor. The great Larry David, one of my idols, one of the greatest TV shows ever. Curb Your Enthusiasm celebrated a birthday. He's coming back. We need more Larry Davids in this world. Jamie Farr, better known as Klinger from MASH, turns 88 years old. My good friend Nikki Rizzo celebrates. Nikki, happy birthday. Bob Biaggi, the lead singer of Infinity, celebrated a birthday this past weekend. So happy birthday, you guys. All right, you're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Again, we're talking about the tragedy that happened in Highland Park. 22-year-old boy, Bobby Crimo, the third. Local guy, 22 years old. His father ran a white hen there. His father ran for mayor and lost. 6 killed, 32 hurt. There's just no, I just can't, it's just mind-boggling to me. And like I said, when you hear about Highland Park, what did you think about Highland Park? What's the first thing you think about? Number one, it's the most wealthiest. We said it before, I'll say it again. It was one of the most wealthiest towns in America. Michael Jordan lived there. 16 Candles were filmed there. Risky Business was filmed there. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. A lot of great movies were filmed there. But good job to the police. Thank God they caught this piece of shit, and hopefully he gets what he deserves. But I just don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, folks. Was it a hate crime? Was it anti-Semitic? I don't know. I was talking to my buddy Joey, who lives in the Highwood area, and he was saying that it could have been an anti-Semitic. I don't know. But we're going to find out more and more information about what happens, and I'm sure as the days go by. Father owned Bob's Pantry in Delhi in Highland Park for years. Yes, Teresa, we did know that. Thank you for that. Like I said, his father also ran for mayor and lost. He was 21. He would be 22 in September. Thank you, Fred. So he was 21 years old. He wasn't even 22 yet. This piece of garbage. Fred Harper, hope you're doing well at Johnny Coco's. Hope you guys are doing well over there, buddy. But then with all this crap going down, he was addicted to a computer, a quiet kid who always sat in his computer, but his uncle never watched his channel. That's the problem. Too much crap seducing the young adults and wrapping the consequences on their actions, so there's no rest button once they cross the line from fantasy to reality. KJ, thank you for that information. I did not know that. So there you go. A computer guy sat at his computer all day long, looking up shit, reading shit, no matter what people are posting, took it upon himself to do something about it. And this is what he did. Horrible, 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 horrible. Thank you for all this new information. But the uncle didn't know what was going on. Not watching your kids, what they're going through, is the worst thing you can do. Sorry, but his uncle sounded like an idiot. It doesn't mean he's an idiot. It just sometimes people are going through so much in their life they don't concentrate on what the kids are doing. And it's very important these days that everybody should know what people are doing. It's very important. Good and bad. Good and bad. That's what I mean. The police would read this in 5 minutes. Yes, they would. Yes, they would, Jack Dale. Yes, they would. I hope you and Bonnie are doing well, my friend. So, yes, they will. When they take all the police away from the authority of the police department. How about there's one town that was going to be in tomorrow's story, but I need to say it now. Police officers walked into an ice cream store, buy some ice cream, and they had this military stuff on, and they wouldn't be served. They were scared. These are police officers. He also had a disturbing video on YouTube. The uncle said he was a rapper. Okay, well, Joe Dex, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. It's not a gun issue. Steve, it's not a gun issue. I agree with you 100%. It's not a gun issue. It's the person who buys the gun. But I do have a problem with somebody buying an Air 12, whatever you call that rifle. I do have a problem with that. But you're absolutely right. Steve, thanks for your input, buddy. Thank you, Joe Dex. Hope you're well. If he was a rapper, his uncle said he was a rapper. That doesn't mean anything about being rappers. I mean, it doesn't mean all rappers are going to go out and shoot people. But someone needed to pay attention to this kid. Maybe he was crying for attention, and now he got attention. The worst kind of attention, and his whole life is destroyed. And so are these poor, innocent victims. 6 killed. 6 killed. What about their families? 32 hurt, 6 killed. What are these families going to do on 4th of July every year? Can't celebrate, can't have fun thinking, what happened? What did we do wrong? Wrong place, wrong time, this crazy guy. And he rapped about murders. Well, there you go. My sister just said that the Highland Park mayor was a Boy Scout leader, was his Boy Scout leader. So there you go. I don't know. Do we know at that age what kids are going through? I don't know. But these computers, the social media, the computers have scared the shit out of so many people and put things into people's minds, whether you believe it or not, what's real, what isn't real, and then what is real, the main media doesn't tell you about, and what isn't real. So it's just like we don't know anymore. It almost feels better like when we were younger. Remember, we had the 5 channels, 2, 5, 7, whatever. Whatever they said, it was, and we didn't worry about it. Now that we can do investigating, someone says something, now they go into this, and this guy, I just got in there, but here's my 2 cents. You tell me, Lou, from Airtight, how you doing? Off topic, when is your next time playing at Tavern on Division? Stephen, we're going to be at Tavern on Division at the end of the month, I think the 25th or something. We're going to be at Taverna, the last Saturday of the month, of this month of July. So thank you, Steve. His brother, Sammy Krumo, lives in Taylor Street, just off of Loomis. Taylor was shut down yesterday from Loomis to Racine. There you go. Now, think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a perfect example. What about his brother? His brother could be a regular, nice guy, right? And now this guy's life will be tormented the whole time. All right, what do we got here? Lou, these kids did not grow up as we did. We dealt with people one-on-one most of the time. These kids are in their rooms playing video games and dealing with only the communication from their phone, texting, and email. Also, our society has become weak. No backbone and rewards bad as good. The problem that we have are not just one thing. They are a host of things. And they have to say, we have to reach down and realize it. Also admit that they are spiritual in nature. Respect broken families, or not being afraid to call something out when it's wrong, regardless of somebody's background as society. Is the problem because the police have their hands tied because of the crooked politicians who are greedy and think of themselves? They are hypocrites. My buddy Lou from Airtight Windows, wisely said, my friend, wisely said. Hi, here from Aurora. Debbie from Aurora, how are you doing? No, Lou, it's not long, buddy. Don't worry about it. It came from your heart. And you are speaking what you feel, man. And that's what you're supposed to do in this country. Speak what you feel. Don't be afraid to hurt anybody's feelings, because that's why we're the greatest country in the world. But if it keeps up like this, folks, we won't be able to say shit anymore. We won't be able to watch. You'll be able to only listen to certain movies. Watch certain movies. You'll only be listening to certain music. You can only be able to dress like this. They're going to try to take over. And little by little, they're doing it. What really pisses me off when I'm talking about being fair, why is Congress, I got the whole January 6th and what happened, horrible thing, and all the press and all the money and all this stuff to do what they're trying to do. But why is Congress not holding a primetime case about Black Lives Matter riots? And they left 19 dead. Or any other situation. It doesn't have to be that. What when all those riots were going on? How come there's no case on television getting these people? How come everybody that was arrested was all let go in Illinois? That's the part that scares me with this particular incident in Highland Park. If this guy ends up walking because he supported, because he was against the Democratic thing, I mean, it's crazy. We're talking about a guy killing people. It's not a political thing where people are saying, well, this and this. This guy actually took action and went in and killed innocent people. Kathy, how you doing? Facebook user, agree. All right. I don't know, man. They're just driving me crazy. I just don't understand what to do and what people are going through. And then then we go on let's go completely on the other end of the here. Thank God it's Lake County, not Crook County. Good point there, Teresa. Don't you understand the media is the devil on this earth? Oh, yes, it is. And it's so disheartening. Whatever happened to the old guys, Mike Wallace and all those guys, Walter Cronkite, come on, tell you what it is. And now the media is feeding you what to believe. And now, if you're a lonely kid, boy or girl, on your own, with no guidance and nobody there to help you, you go on your own and start investigating your own shit, and then you start to believe whatever you believe. Family matters, ladies and gentlemen. Not all families get along, and a lot of people, sometimes there's backstabbing and shit like that. You remember they said you can't pick family? Yes, that's true too. But there's got to be some ground there somewhere, man. That will never happen. We're considered peaceful protests. Burning down cities was peaceful according to the media. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say here, Roseanne. If you're going to do one thing on January 6th because it was the Capitol, you need to do something in the town what happened during those riots and destroyed our city of Chicago. But that's just going to get wiped underneath the rug, just like Alec Baldwin underneath the rug, just like Epstein underneath the rug, just like Maxwell underneath the rug, just like the priests that have been moved from parish to parish, been molesting kids for years, underneath the rug. That's what it is. Moral compass. Boyd, you're absolutely right. Sandra, how you doing, my dear friend? It was great seeing you at Bellagio. He had no social relations with other kids. He was homeschooled. Well, I'm sure the Zoom thing didn't help the kid either, even though the kid, you know what I mean? So I don't know about that homeschool thing of being somebody locked in a room all day long with no access to your friends or that. I don't know. I know I was going insane after 7 weeks in the house. I was going nuts. Remember, we couldn't leave because of COVID. Listen to this, folks. Falling asleep while you watch television could be an early. People, they're saying now if you fall asleep and while you're watching television, could lead to an early death. 552 people between the ages of 63 and 84, supposedly, when they fall asleep while watching television, end up with, I don't even know how this can be true, but suffering from diabetes, obesity. It's crazy. What about the CERN project, Philadelphia experiment? Today it was launched. CERN turns out the world's most powerful particle called it will run for years. Scientists have no idea the consequences. KJ, good point. Philadelphia experiment. It's been doing it. There you go. I've been doing it for years. Bullshit. Yeah, there you go. Me too, Josephine. But now they're saying they took a study on this out of 575 people. 552 people. They ended up. So who knows? I try to shut the TV off. I used to fall asleep, but sometimes in the afternoon I take a nap and the TV's out. But I try to shut the TV off before I go to sleep. But I don't know, folks. How about this? According to a TikToker, that's another type of social media that I'm not on. But mostly young kids, I think, are on this. But anyway, TikToker who finds he got fired from Walmart. He immediately reapplied for a job and got hired the same day. So he got fired from the job that he reapplied for, and he got the job. So the problem is people right now are so understaffed that they're just looking, oh, let's hire this guy, not realizing they just fired him. Oh, and you can't make this stuff up. Here's a great quote, folks. Be so full of love that it confuses the shit of all those other people that are full of shit. So be just full of love that it concerns those out there that are full of shit. Only way we're going to make it through this world. I keep the TV on every night. There you go, Roseanne. Watch out for the jealous spirit hidden in people's families and friends. Sometimes when you get stabbed in the back, it's not getting stabbed in the back. It's when you look around your shoulder or over your shoulder and see who's holding the knife is the scary part. Yes, it is. You're watching Ocean's Pit. How about this, folks? A pastor from Florida gets arrested for masturbating at the Starbucks patio. There you go. Let's just change the topic to another sick screwball. Goes to Starbucks, sits at the patio outside, orders some coffee, gets turned on, starts jerking off, and he of course, is going to get arrested here. This is even more scary that he's a pastor. These people are whacked in this world, folks. You can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up. I know, and I could see. What's wrong with tea? I don't know. I don't get it. If you want to do that stuff, do it in your own home. Don't go do it in a Starbucks in a patio where people are watching you. Watching TV at night, you wake up cross-eyed and bow-legged. Is that? Thank you, General. I like that. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Let's just get some other stuff here, folks. Listen to this. Major cities with the most crimes. 5 of the major cities here, folks. Atlanta has a 6% crime rate. Los Angeles has 13%. Remember how Los Angeles was many years ago. Los Angeles, 13%. Miami is 16%. Philadelphia is 25%. You know who leads who leads it in crime, folks? Chicago, Illinois, 34% major crime. So when do you think, just because I'm not going to the city, I don't hang out in the city, it's happening in the suburbs. They've already took control of the city in 2020 with the riots and everything. They already got control of that place. So where else are you going to go? You got to come to the suburbs. Money in the suburbs. Nobody, suburb people think, they're not going to, it's not our town. Bullshit. Look at Highland Park. One of the most wealthiest towns in America. "21-year-old. He wasn't going to be 22 till he was in September. So he's still 21 years old, this whack job. You would have, Teresa. There you go. Wow. Then you want to see something that's really crazy? I graduated high school in 81. 8 years from now, the 80s will be 50 years old. Wow. Let's give a sadness. Woody Williams, 98 years old, received the Medal of Heroism and Honor in Hiroshima. Died this past weekend. 98 years old. One of the last remaining. See, it's just sad. Just sad all this stuff that's happening. Trying to book flights now. People said they're being kept on hold for such a long time. An American Airlines guy was online for 45 minutes to choose his seat at the airport. So when he was trying to choose his seat, to fly, well, while he was driving around doing what he was doing, he was on hold for 4 hours till they got back to him so he can change his seat. This is the airlines. Who's going to fly anymore? Debbie, how you doing, dear? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for watching the Ocean's Pit. I don't know. I really don't know, man. I'm just flabbergasted what's going on in this world right now. I'm not even going to tell you about some of these stories are to the point like, what the hell? I don't know. But we're going to leave it, folks. We're going to leave it with this. It's crazy what's going on in this world, and everybody needs help somewhere or another. And I mentioned at the beginning of the show, and I'll mention it again. Just because you see somebody out there that thinks he's got a great car and a great girl and a great job, everybody's going through something. So don't assume that everybody's just fantastic because they're putting on that charade. If you know somebody like that, help them. Try to get them help. There are sites and there are people that you can call. There are programs to help people with this. And this is what we need in this world. It really is. So let's just get to some positive stuff. This Thursday will be downtown Lake Geneva, concert in the park, July 7th. Beautiful place right there in downtown Lake Geneva. Gazebo Summer Concerts. We'll be there from 6 to 8 with my good buddy Bill Saratella. So it's going to be a little Sinatra, a little Dean Martin, a little 50s, 60s, and 70s, along with Ryan O'Ryan. That's this Thursday. And then Friday we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse with my good pal Jerry Jams Renda, 8 o'clock. And then Saturday we'll be at Pier 290 in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, outside on the beautiful deck, right on the water, man. This is probably one of the best looking views of the whole lake. Actually, Pier 290 is in Williams Bay, but it's still connected with Lake Geneva. So it's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be from 7 to 11 with Ryan O'Ryan and Tony Toto this Saturday. And then Sunday, July 10th, from 4 to 7, we'll be at Antonio's in LaGrange, outdoor patio. And hope you guys see you guys all there. I want to thank you all for watching the show today. Also, folks, I want to thank our good friends from Patriot Funding Incorporated, everybody. When timing is everything, Patriot Funding Incorporated. Commercial money lending. Dave Antonelli at his finest. 630-675-4730. Man, call if you need it.
You can do a newsflash. Gina and Omar got engaged in Amalfi Coast.
Ladies and gentlemen, our good friends Gina and Omar just got engaged in Amalfi Coast in Italy, and he proposed and she said yes. So congratulations, Tony and Denise, and congratulations to Omar and Gina, our family. God bless you guys. It looks like we're having another wedding besides Nina's. Very cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching the show today. Please, thank you for supporting local establishments and live entertainment. Please. And remember, our prayers again to everybody at Highland Park. So please, God bless all my friends in Highland Park and everybody out there. Prayers. God bless you all, folks. Try to be cool on one another because life is too short. Peace and love. We need it now. Peace and love. See you tomorrow. Same time, same station. God bless everybody.